up, we visit the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital's central kitchen to see the professional way the meal preparations are conducted. And we meet a junior high student who doesn't let her short stature keep her down in life. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lee-Shioda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program in Taiwan. Since 2007, Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital's kitchen has received 3 food safety management certifications, which require ingredients to be fresh as well as though managed to prevent contamination. It's this type of attention to detail that has helped the hospital pass their annual inspection from the Consumer Protection Association year after year. Chopping the vegetables quickly, the kitchen staff at the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital is ensuring patients eat a healthy meal during their stay. Not only are the vegetables fresh, but they are handled with care in their zones.
Before we enter the kitchen, we'll wash and sanitize our hands and conduct a personal hygiene check. When cooking, we'll make sure the temperatures are right before we serve the food. The workstations are separated well and the workflow is good, so we can prevent food contamination. When picking up ingredient deliveries, our staff will note down the expiration date of the item to double-check.
The Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital kitchen has since 2007 been certified in good hygiene practices, followed by the certification in food safety management system of ISO 22000 and hazard analysis and critical control points. Besides annual checks by outside sources, the hospital follows exacting standards in each day. Dietitians strive for maximum nutritional content to benefit patients' health.
HACCP 的最主要一个精神除了自主管理，还有
Besides self-management, HACCP helps manage purchasing, delivery acceptance, cooking, and even delivery to patients. Essentially, it's a farm-to-table management system.
With the self-management plan in place, Tzu Chi Hospital's kitchen ensures the dishes served are not only delicious, but also made with a sense of responsibility. Some may fear the vegetarian cuisine served during their stay at the Tzu Chi hospitals does not meet the standards of a balanced diet. However, each meal is in fact prepared with the patient's needs in mind. Let's see how much care is put into each meal to ensure patients' quick recovery. The kitchen food cart begins to make its round around 11 a.m. The meal delivery person rides a direct cargo elevator from the kitchen to reach the patient's rooms to ensure the food is fresh and avoids bacterial contamination.
The
dishes change each day. It's not too oily. It's easy to digest and light.
The hospital's vegetarian option follows a specific dietary guideline. Normally, it will have 1 portion of bean product, 1 green leafy vegetable, 2 mixed dishes of beans and other vegetables, and 1 fruit. Some might have the notion that vegetarian cuisine is not nutritious enough for patients who are sick. However, vegetarian food, if properly chosen, can meet proper dietary requirements.
Normally, proteins from beans are comparable to meat protein, with the absorption property actually being greater. Iron deficiency is another major concern. For that, we can increase vitamin C consumption through fruits or juice to aid iron absorption.
The hospital will also serve vegetarian meals according to the patient's needs, such as those in the hospital for surgery, chemotherapy, or hemodialysis patients. They will get a meal high with proteins. Diabetics will be served meals with controlled sugar levels, and women who just gave birth will be given meals high in calories and filled with protein to aid their postnatal rest. All patients' needs are taken into consideration. Nearing the end of her first round of island-wide journey, Master Zhenyan arrived at the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital to express her appreciation of the medical staff. Before that, she also led volunteers in Taidong to pray for a world free of disasters. At the occasion, a volunteer spoke of how he changed his temperament.
Fan Dezhang, who was hot-tempered, changed his temperament and has dedicated himself to Tzu Chi's recycling mission since he started to listen to Master's morning teachings.
I've also improved my relationship with my wife and family. I vowed to the Master that I will walk diligently on the Bodhisattva path with my wife.
At the year-end blessing ceremony in Taidong, people are reminded of how Tzu Chi volunteers have helped people devastated by Typhoon Nepenthe in July.
在台东的菩萨啦， 执行呢，爱搁较辛苦一段时间吼，还有咱的照顾户嘛吼，也还是要再搁再继续嘛吼，咱爱搁再给帮助吼，啊，也搁有这风灾过后吼，咱还是爱继续的，这拢总是大家人真用心伫咧付出，啊，师父真感恩吼。
向上人问谢，问谢。
Then Master Zheng Yan also travels to Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital to give out red envelopes imbued with blessings to thank the medical staff for safeguarding the lives of the local residents.
In Jiayi, Taiwan lives Mrs. Chen, who has been bedridden due to brain hypoxia for 5 years. Thankfully, the Sisters of Our Lady of China Catholic Charity Social Welfare Foundation started providing bathing services at her home. At the most recent visit, actress Yang Guimei also joined the event.
Since getting married, Mr. Chen has never given up on caring for his wife. Mrs. Chen has become paralyzed and bedridden due to brain hypoxia 5 years ago, but Mr. Chen has been by her side.
What does holding hand mean? It means we'll always be together.
Besides his paralyzed wife, Mr. Chen must also take care of his aging parents. Therefore, for the past 5 years, he has been sleeping less than 5 hours every day, and he can only use a towel to wipe his wife clean. Then 3 years ago, the Sister Our Lady of China Catholic Charity Social Welfare Foundation began to come to their home with their bathing van.
We live in a multi-floored home, so we can bring her to a bath. No way, especially when my wife's condition is considered. This foundation has this mobile bathing van, which can benefit many people.
In this small room, actress Yang Guimei helps bathe Mrs. Chen. Because her mother suffered a stroke, she understands the hardship a patient's family has to endure. So on this day, she traveled south to encourage Mr. Chen, hoping to inspire other people to do the same.
After my mother suffered a stroke, I realized this is an issue that people of my generation must face and learn to handle.
In addition, the foundation will also hold a Warming the Winter event to help the underprivileged families enjoy the upcoming new year.
Continuing our series report on dengue fever, this year the outbreaks have risen in Southeast Asia and South Asia due to global warming, with respective countries turning to science to help. The latest method is injecting mosquitoes with a specific bacteria to prevent the mosquitoes from being affected by the dengue virus. At present, Australia and China's Guangzhou have all carried out this research to observe the effectiveness of this prevention method in real life. Taiwan's National Health Research Institute is also carrying out related research.
To collect this disease vector mosquito, it is first caught in a net and then put into a sampling bottle.
The mosquito's feet are striped like a zebra. This is a yellow fever mosquito.
What is this connection between bites from the yellow fever mosquito and humans being infected with dengue fever virus? First of all, the mosquito's proboscis penetrates the human skin to look for a blood vessel as the dengue virus enters the human and begins replicating, and then travels along the lymphatic system with blood flow spreading it throughout the human body. Mosquitoes carrying this virus are the main culprit of this disease. Scientists thought if this vector mosquito could be prevented from carrying this virus, even if humans were bitten, they wouldn't contract the disease. In recent years, they found that the Wolbachia bacteria can inhibit mosquitoes from contracting the virus.
If this yellow fever mosquito is exposed to Wolbachia bacteria, it is effective in suppressing virus replication and infection. So obviously, this Wolbachia bacteria has some capabilities helping the mosquito's own immune system fight against these foreign microorganisms.
At the National Mosquito-Borne Disease Control Center, you can see there are a variety of mosquitoes here. I'm holding the yellow fever mosquito, which has been exposed to the Wolbachia bacteria, which if left into the wild can effectively control dengue fever.
The Wolbachia bacteria, when introduced to mosquitoes in Tainan and Kaohsiung, are 100% effective in inhibiting the virus.
Under the microscope, researchers introduced the Wolbachia bacteria to eggs of the yellow fever mosquito. And as they go from eggs to larvae in adult mosquitoes, they will have the bacteria in them. And in carrier female mosquitoes, this will suppress the dengue fever virus. And even if it bites humans, the virus won't spread. To control the spread of such mosquitoes, the world currently has two different systems, one from Monash University in Australia and the other from the University of Michigan in the U.S. Researchers in Australia introduced Wolbachia bacteria to eggs of yellow fever mosquitoes regardless of sex and then released them into the wild. A female mosquito not exposed to the bacteria mated with a male exposed to the bacteria won't lay eggs, but a female exposed to the bacteria will lay eggs that will hatch when exposed to either a male that was exposed or wasn't exposed. All of their offspring will carry on their bacteria as well. As long as these yellow fever mosquitoes carry the bacteria, they won't be able to spread dengue fever, and those that don't carry the bacteria and can transmit the virus will gradually decrease.
The Australian system we like to say is general coverage. That is simply replacing this group of mosquitoes with those exposed to the Wolbachia bacteria.
However, the release of mosquitoes specially infected with the bacteria leads to more mosquitoes which could bite the public, but the upside is less risk of dengue fever. For this reason, Guangzhou simply released male mosquitoes exposed to the bacteria into the wild because they don't bite people.
These mated female mosquitoes won't be able to produce the next generation of offspring. The major drawback is the need to keep releasing mosquitoes with the bacteria. For example, in the field, as long as there is one female mosquito, we need 7 times the number of males.
As a result, a large mosquito factory in Guangzhou, China operates day and night, screening male mosquitoes that are then released on a small island for long-term observation of the epidemic.
They need to have more experimental results to show if bacteria-treated mosquitoes can suppress dengue fever. In areas of high transmission, they need to show if it can effectively control an outbreak.
The effect of bacteria-treated mosquitoes control still needs large-scale research. In July this year, Singapore joined the bacteria mosquito program and released a large number of such mosquitoes into the wild. The Mexican government also approved such measures and will take the same approach against dengue fever.
If the bacteria-treated mosquitoes cannot be effective, competing against mosquitoes in nature is something we need to see. We also need to see if there is a gradual reduction in the number of cases. We have a very positive outlook about this.
Taiwan's National Health Research Institutes have also joined the bacteria mosquito control program this year. At the moment, mosquitoes treated with this bacteria won't be released into the wild, but if there's an outbreak of dengue fever in Taiwan, this could be deployed as a means of epidemic prevention.
Next, we meet a Zhou Daquan's Fervent Love of Lives Medal recipient, Yuan Zhixiang, who has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Treating him like a normal child, Zhixiang's aunt was firm to let him know that he just needs to work a bit harder in life. He now attends National Kaohsiung Normal University. Receiving his Fervent Love of Lives award sash from the Zhou Daquan Foundation, Yuan Zhixiang is an attention deficit hyperactivity disorder sufferer. His mother's worry for her son has caused him much stress, but thankfully his aunt was there to shed some light.
My aunt told me you're not special. You are just having a bit more concentration problem than other students, but you can continue your studies.
As a junior high counselor, Zhixiang's aunt taught Zhixiang he was a normal child. She treated him with rationality and helped him develop a study plan. Zhixiang's positive outlook on life helped him coexist with his condition.
His mother might think if he takes medication, he will get better. But he said, "That isn't something I will get better from. It will stay with me for my life. That's what I admire about him. He will think about how to live in harmony with it."
In high school, Zhixiang was brought to trial in class by his counselor scrutinizing his disorder, but he rose above the humiliation and got into National Kaohsiung Normal University. Though Zhixiang has learning disabilities, NKNU offers much support for students like him.
At Kaohsiung Normal University, we have a very good special educational center where study companions can help stabilize their emotions while learning and after-class tutoring are available.
To reciprocate the care he's received, Zhixiang volunteers his time at the resource classroom to help raise awareness of children with ADHD and their needs. In Taichung, a junior high student is only 99 centimeters tall due to congenital achondroplasia. Despite her short stature, she has joined many drawing contests and other activities. With enthusiasm and courage, she has overcome many challenges in life and won the Youth Hero Awards in Taichung.
Wang Shiming, whose height barely allows her to reach the blackboard, wipes the blackboard during class breaks. Wang has to use the special sink to wash the duster because she's only 99 centimeters tall due to congenital achondroplasia. Since her fingers are short, it is difficult for her to hold the pans.
While the correct position is like this, I cannot do it since it is hard for me.
Nevertheless, Wang, who loves drawing, tries harder than others and has joined many drawing contests.
It is alright that I'm different from others. I need to move forward diligently.
Despite her stature, she lives and learns like other students. I think she is very brave.
Wang, who gets along with her peers, is also a kind-hearted student.
There was a student who is impoverished, so Wang asked her mother to prepare an extra breakfast for this classmate. Her kindness can inspire other people at the school.
Standing in the back row, Wang is short in stature, but she has risen above many challenges in life and become a giant in people's mind.
In the United States, when 56-year-old Paul was released from prison 10 years ago, he had difficulty finding a job. During this challenging time, Paul happened to meet Tima dentist Dr. Chen. Listening to Dr. Chen's advice while in the dental chair, Paul's life transformed. He not only gave up drugs, but was certified as a government employee in October of this year. Recently, he returned to see Dr. Chen to show off his accomplishments.
Poe had received medical assistance from this dental clinic for a decade. During this time, Poe transformed himself, becoming a rehabilitated criminal and now a government employee. Today, he brought his first insurance card to thank a Tima dentist.
He thinks that this job helps build up his confidence in society.
Dr. Chen Xunman promised Poe that if he gave up drugs, she would provide him with free dental care services.
Man, she makes everyone smile. She's a crazy dentist in a good way. You know, it's you have a spirit that's good. I don't know what it is, but I didn't talk to anybody. You know, I'm in there, she's asking me questions, my eyes are watering. I mean, God used her in a tremendous way. You know, because if it wasn't for you, I would have just kept going on with life until it ended.
Over the past 9 years, Poe kept encouraging rehabilitated criminals to quit drugs at a study club in Los Angeles City Hall every day.
Thank you. We all love you. We love you.
Poe's sister and daughter came together to celebrate the 9th anniversary of the day Poe gave up drugs. They feel proud of Poe because he could bravely change his life.
Staying in California, to help the disadvantaged celebrate Thanksgiving, Tzu Chi volunteers from East Los Angeles held an aid distribution prior to the holiday and passed out jackets, gift vouchers, and cash cards for students of 2 schools. From first distributing backpacks 7 years ago to the daily supplies and food item distributions beginning a year and a half ago, East Los Angeles Tzu Chi volunteers have long cared for the children from disadvantaged families of this area.
The children and parents who come here often have a good time. We visit each month, and it was nice to see so many people who showed up today. I think we're doing a great job.
In response to Thanksgiving in the United States, Tzu Chi volunteers put together a vegetarian gratitude meal for the families. They also prepared jackets, gift vouchers, and cash cards for each disadvantaged family.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping our community come together and be a big family. Thank you.
As he was moved by Tzu Chi's effort, on this day, the principal donned a volunteer's vest to help reciprocate his gratitude.
In carrying out its humanitarian cultural mission, Tzu Chi has been donating books to schools in remote areas. Recently, a book donation ceremony was held at Xigang Elementary School in Tainan, where students also watched inspirational performances by disabled artists.
At Tzu Chi's book donation ceremony in Tainan, disabled performing arts group presents inspirational performances for the audience. The students gesture sign language of applause for the deaf Dabolo performer, while an artist without hands gets ready to play the keyboard.
I
believe the principals are deeply moved by the disabled performing art group's performance and the book donation ceremony.
They rise above difficulties and never thought of giving up.
Besides the disabled artist, an expert in making puffed rice treats has also been invited to make puffed rice treats at Xigang Elementary School.
We hope the occasion allows the children to contact good people and learn. I think we learn from each other.
Reading the donated books will not only broaden the vision of students in remote areas, but also help them embrace a brighter future.
One Tzu Chi parent-child class in Xizhi, New Taipei City, recently took the children to clean up the beach in Wanli, New Taipei City. During the activity, they found a needle, which is a serious safety issue and also illustrates the problem about proper waste disposal.
As the weather is very nice, the parent-child class in Xizhi brings the children to clean up the beach. There are all kinds of garbage on the beach. There is a container about half the height of an adult. There is more.
I found straws everywhere, and one was probably melted, leading my son to think it was a shell. Then I thought, what would happen to those little sea animals? They might think it was their food.
If the fish eats the garbage, it will have a stomach ache, and it will want to find its family. But it can't find them because it has died.
I didn't expect to see these at the beach because I haven't come here that often. When I came today, I was we should do something, or our kids won't be able to play here.
Plastic is run as the most common garbage found at the beach. Then there are styrofoam and nylon. These heavy bags also weigh on everyone's heart. We hope people can bring their garbage home when they leave the beach.
At the end of the program, we head to China to see how the Suzhou Tzu Chi Clinic recently held a free clinic for 400 public school teachers to safeguard their health. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. See you next time.